Maayong adlaw sa inyong tanan. Niana po kita sa atong segment nga Lambagaan Taw. And karon we are so blessed that we have invited our guest, Attorney R.B. Lieses. Attorney, maayong hapon, maayad na mahapon imo.
May hapon ay, may udto.
Congratulations di ay sa atong bag-o lang nga nahuman nga kaamulan 2023, bibo kaayo ta. Attorney, we have heard about the Bansalumad kay sa imong mga speeches, nadungga na mo nga mention ka about Bansalumad. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, Bansalumad is a movement, no, for the IPs. Kay we observe that the IPs are scattered in their efforts, and they are struggling in how to unify themselves and how to find common identity. Because as we know, we are now several tribes, so we are finding it difficult to find our commonality. So how do we turn a heterogeneous group into a homogeneous group so that their dreams will be unified, their efforts will be unified, and their strength will be gathered together towards a single purpose? So that's why we conceptualize the Bansalumad movement. No, it is inspired one thing from the Bangsamoro movement also. No, as we can say, the Bangsamoro are composed of 13 tribes in Mindanao.
So mas daghan sila to,
Yes,
diba,
in
kaysa
fact, they are more numerous than us. No, but 13 tribes elevated their consciousness elementary so that they will be called Moro. In fact, they are not the ones who coined them Moro, but the Spaniards and the settlers coined them Moro. No, so from 13 tribes, they became a Moro, and it birthed into a social consciousness among themselves. Now, not contented with that, they still improve their social consciousness and took it to a higher level and called themselves Bangsamoro. They are a nation, Moro nation. So, from that inspiration, because they are our cousins, no, by oral literature, oral history, the Moros are our cousins. Now, these 7 tribes in Bukidnon, we will also take our social consciousness to the higher level and transform it into Lumad. We are all Lumads, no? So that we will not be selfish by only thinking of our tribe. Talandig ra ko ang atimanon, higaonon ra, Bukidnon ra, Manobo ra. We will think of our tribes as a whole na and call ourselves as Lumad. Now we will take it again to a higher level and call ourselves as Bansalumad. Why Bansalumad? Because from the word Bansa, in Talandig, Bukidnon, and Higaonon dialect, Bansa is honor, pride, and dignity. And this movement, the main purpose of this movement is to uplift, recover the honor, dignity, and pride of the Bansalumads. No, so that's why we call it Bansalumad. No, so this movement, Bansalumad, will be the single unifying force of all the tribes. So one day, all the people will not anymore think of their individual tribes, but think of the higher purpose, higher goal of helping all the Bansalumad tribes. No? So one day, we will select a leader not because he belongs to that tribe, We will select a leader because he is capable in helping others, in helping all. Walay gipihig, following the principle in our leadership of inina inamay, anak na to tanan. No, dili nga kanira imong anak, only this tribe is your son. All are children of the Bansalumad. No, so and all opportunities and all accomplishments, developments that may be accomplished by this Bansalumad will be shared by all tribes. No, principle of handugon, dili nga kamagulangan dako bahin, manghod gamay bahin. In our culture, mamanghod ka man, magwang ka man, parehas bahin. So that's the concept of Bansalumad. So right now, many are inspired. No, every time I go to other places, they hear about the Bansalumad. They are really excited. They are looking forward to what Bansalumad can do to them. So Bansa Lumad as a group, no, it's a movement. It's like in the Bangsamoro movement, they have the MILF ba? But we don't go to that kind of movement because it's arm movement. Ours is a socio-cultural movement. Involves our ordinary citizens na mga lumads, no? So, because as we can see, the Bangsamoro, they went through wars pa. Nakigira pa sila. But what is the end point? What is the finish line to them? The finish line is they at the end of the day, they participated in the government, no? They are part of the elections. They have their political party, United Bangsamoro Justice Party. So, kita, taking cue from that, dili na tayo makikaway. We will not makikaway pa sa government. Okay, we will be part na directly sa government. Okay, kung ang finish line is political party, empowerment, cultural empowerment of their culture, parehas naman di ay. So let's now make a party. So one of the features in our Bansalumad movement in the future is really we will establish our party. Bansalumad, United Bansalumad People's Party. And all Bansalumads from barangay captain, mayors, congressman, governor that will run in public office will be under this party. So that their agenda, political agenda, will be centered towards their constituents. No? So, unlike Nacionalista Party, they have their programs, their principles. Lakas, sa paninga mga party, Liberal Party, sa paninga karon mga PDP. So, they have their own target audience, target constituents, and programs. So, in our Bansalumad political party in the future, we will see to it that there is a space for Bansalumad cultural and economic, political empowerment. So, that's one of the feature of Bansalumad. So, this one is a big movement. Then, we have this arm in our youth arm. We have the Bansalumad Youth. In the future, we will organize our professionals because there's no movement without participation of ordinary citizens, ordinary workers, ordinary employees who are lumad. So, we will organize our professionals. If for example, we can organize 1,000 professionals, mag-amot lang nag 1,000 per year because soldado sila 300,000 per year or 5,000 per year. It's already 1 million. Pila pa eskwela na. So, and in the future, we will also organize our Bansalumad Business Society or Bansalumad Millionaires. Why? Because 60% of Bukidnon is ancestral domain. But we have no participation on it because all the business people are not Bansalumads. So each time we ask for our share, no, you don't have share. So our challenge to our millionaires is you will be given priority to have business or opportunities in our lands. Kamo mag-quarry diya, kamo mag-plantation diya. But there must be a share sa atong tribo, no? Social ties ba? So, that's the concept of Bansalumad. And we have Bansalumad women, no? The purpose really is to find our singularity of purpose, no? Because in the olden times, we are not really 7 tribes. We're just one people of Nalandangan. If you've read the Ulaging,
Yes.
even Damanobos, ha? Imagine Damanobos. Their history is from Cagayan, sa Kagyapon to Bukidnon, hangtod nakabot ko Tabato. Especially the Romanons. Ikan gyapon sila they are also people of Agyo. So, in the olden times, we are just one fortress. Tungod lang kay sige tagpanganak na daghan ta pito ka tribo, but in the olden times you are one Nalandangan. You are one paradise, you are one fortress. Our ancestors were Apo Agyo, Apo Tulalang, Apo Banlak. So we are just one fortress. Karon nanaghan into 7 tribes, atong ibalik into one people, one nation, bansa, no? So aside from the word nga bansa, to revive our dignity, honor and pride, it's also one bansa. We are a nation, no? So, we are one nation. No, di na lang natong andag nalandangan because no one would understand it without reading the Ulaging or hearing the Ulaging. So, we call it Bansaluman. It's really a movement, no? So, our people are confused. Whom to follow, where to follow, what ideology to follow. But now they will not be confused anymore because we have the Bansalumad.
Okay.
So that's the spirit of Bansalumad. And the challenge of Bansalumad is really to make Bukidnon our home. Because if you listen to Bukidnon My Home, I cannot utter the words or sing the words in the Bukidnon My Home hymn because I cannot feel that Bukidnon is our home. Look at Kamulan. No, we don't even have a roof to shelter. We just stand over below the trees, no? So how can we call Bukidnon our home?
Yeah.
Then we have no space in the government. We have no budget from the government. No? People are getting richer and richer in our province, but the Lumads are always the poorer among the poorer, no? Poorest among the poorer. So our challenge is to transform the Lumads into a dignified citizens in Bukidnon because they are part of the bounty. Our treasure or bahandi apil ta sa bahin. So that's the mission, that's the spirit of Bansalumad.
So upon hearing that, attorney, we are also challenged, no? And by the way, mga higala, si Attorney Arbiliasis is also called Dato Bagani, no? So ato siyang nadungga, no, ang na-explanation about sa Bansalumad. And attorney, we also heard about the establishment of the IP Youth. Pwede ba nato ikuan nga unsa ang role sa IP Youth sa kaning gitawag nato na Bansalumad?
Yes, basically, all our efforts are nothing or will be worthless without the youth's participation. In our cultural principle of sumpay, sumpay and pangalima. Sumpay is continuation. Pangalima is taking care of our society, no? So, our elders, their main goal is to take care of our society. And their main goal is to have sumpay, the next generation of leaders that will take care or pangalima of our people. So right now we are the generation that the youth now are following our elders. Our elders are getting really old. No, our warriors, defender of our people are getting old. So we need to step up. No, so when stepping up, we also prepare the next line. So when I get old, I'm 34 now. When I get be 50s or 60s, kaning mga youth will be also the seed of the Bansalumad dream has already been planted, will grow in their hearts, no, and transform them into assets, not liabilities in our Bansalumad society. So they will also become professionals, business people, leaders, that they will also sumpay our efforts, and they will also pangalima or take care of our people. So that's the point. That's why we are also preparing them.
So, attorney, we have organized the youth. Unsa ang imong challenge nga nakita among the IP youth? Unsa ang status nila or
The challenge of the IP youth is just like the challenge of the entire Bansalumad nation. They have no direction, no.
okay.
They are lost ba? There is no, because all our youth and even our people are confused if we are asked what is Lumad struggle. Unsa man ang pakigbisog sa Lumad? Di ta katubag. Ngayon ka, what is the struggle of the Bangsamoro? It's very simple. Before, their claim is to separate Mindanao, separatism, then secede. Then now they mellowed it into autonomy, no, autonomy, but still part of the Philippines. So now they have their Bangsamoro. But kita Bansalumad, what is our struggle? Libog ta. Oh, sayon pa if we ask the mga rebels, mga leftists or communists, no? If you ask them what is their struggle, sayon kay nila to bagon. It's to level redistribute the wealth. Klaro kayo sa ilaha, redistribute the wealth. Ang mga baliktarin ang tatsulok, di ba? Mo man, di ba? Baliktarin ang tatsulok, redistribute the lands. No? So, ang mga pobre dapat equal sa mga sapian. Ba't kita pangutanong na to? What is the struggle of the Lumads?
Yeah.
Takatubag. Because this was not also defined, and there is no movement that will define it and will spread it. Wala man. Asa man atong mga lumad ng mga isog padulong. Magto sa MLF, magto sa NPA, wala sila ipadulungan, libog man sila. What is Lumad struggle? O ba, nang gipare na lang, nang gipastor na lang, libog man sila. Ba, victimize na lang ano yung mga tribal king, mga mga sila, mga 110 tribes. Oh, because there's no movement that defines what is our struggle and spreads what is our struggle. Naman. So, mo na ang purpose sa Bansalumad. What is our struggle? Our struggle is basically space, about space. Here in Bukidnon, we must have our space. Space for our religion, so naibalay atong kumba, dito makaampo atong mga ritualis. Space for our leaders, natay mga tulugan. Space for our education, natay mga tribal school dapat. Space for our culture, so muna natay mga IP education na. Space for economic rights, so dapat natay bahin sa ekonomiya. No? So, that's one of our struggle. So, wala may makadefine na, but this movement will define it. So, the youth, if we can guide them, our efforts will be unified na dayon. No? Imagine, we have 1,000 youth. No? Helping the Bansalumad cause. Every year, we have this movement. No? Mag-tight sila, then pa-eskwila tag mga daghan pa gyud. No? And then mga businessman ni sila pohon, whatever their bounty from their business, ilang i-share ang tribo. Social justice, no?
Okay.
Because we cannot help everybody in the Philippines or everybody in Mindanao if we will not help first the Bansalumad, the most neglected and vulnerable sector, no? So, kana lang.
With your statement, attorney, we are happy because at BukSU, we are also organizing the IP Youth. So, mga higala, mao ka to ang atong pakikinabi ang attorney RB Lieses, Dato Bagani, o Dato basig na akay i-announce or i-greet or as closing statement with our interview today.
Announce ko lang, I will not delve on it in details about our efforts to formulate our IP code. So next episode na lang.
Yes, we are excited for that, attorney, no. So mga higala, before kita magpadayon sa unahan, mag-break usna kita og mga pipila ka minutos.